bloody cold. We went to the gym this morning and now we're just getting dressed, as you can see, to go out to Honey for some afternoon tea.
You want some hot chocolate? What did you say?
Delicate.
It's beautiful.
You want to try the one after that?
I do.
Yes.
Is this the Earl Grey?
Yes. I want to try the one after that.
Which was this one?
Planters Green. What?
Green.
Yeah. I just tried that one. Not as strong as the peppermint. I'll try the next one. Planters Chai. It's not strong. Getting married. What are you looking at?
We're getting married.
Yeah, we are.
I'm sure it's been mentioned before. Becoming like the headless horseman. Oh, it's okay, you hold it.
Well, frame yourself.
Gotham.
You just pulled that off my shoulder.
What off your shoulder? Because we'd eaten that much, we're just like, I'm swollen. I can't get the jacket. Being dramatic.
But yeah, I've waited many moons to see the crow. Oh, we're finally doing it. Look at this. Banana. Banana. That's really weird.
Action.
Hello, so it's been about a week since the last clip. I don't remember what the last clip was.
Neither do I.
Because like throughout the week I've just been like gathering questions. So that's what we're doing. We're answering them.
Yeah, so all part of one vlog. So last week, I think there were a lot of things that were to do with when we went into town, to do with like the Bloods.
No, that was the vlog before.
Well, the last week. Conway? No, we didn't vlog Conway. What did we do Sunday?
We filmed Sunday last week. You'll know what it was. You've just seen it. Us.
It's been a week. I've slept since then, so
Yeah.
I've got no idea.
You've got no idea about this section either. He knows that we're doing a Q&A because I put it out on my Instagram. But question wise, he doesn't know.
No.
I've constructed the questions of like what I've been asked and put them into like constructed questions that I can answer for you today. So first question, how did you get into fitness?
I don't think there were anything like actually just
Like specific
that hit me. I think I was always skinny. I was always the skinny guy.
But like fitness wise, you did football when you was younger, so
yeah, like I've always done sports. Like I played football.
But was that on the side of like being mentally fit, or was that just because it was something you enjoyed?
That was something I enjoyed. That weren't to do with that. The idea of playing football wasn't to do with keeping fit or anything.
So
that
like
was
the mind mentality of I want to keep fit. Like when or where did that come from?
It was just random. Honestly, it was just random. There weren't anything. There were a guy that I used to work with, who used to the gym was his life, and I spent a lot of my time with him, as in at work. We were sat together for like 8 hours a day. So maybe he helped. not necessarily directly by saying that I need to go to the gym, but I think because
But like looking at him as a motivation.
yeah, because
That's nice.
he were really he were a big lad, and I think that probably motivated me. So then comparing that to, even if you compare me to maybe even 7 years ago now, is a massive difference regarding my like adjustments that I've made. Like I'm heavier, I'm bigger in regard to that. I'm a bit more chubbier, but I'm also bigger in regards to muscle wise. I'm a lot broader.
That's the thing, you've got that kind of stomach where it's like chubby belly as you explained it.
It's a dad bod.
But it's muscle underneath, so like if he's flexing, it's like you can tell it's toned.
It's a dad bod. It is. Well, I've got a dad bod. I have. It's like you can just see like I sit down and he like goes. Whoa.
You have a fit body.
I can balance a cup of tea on it probably if I tried.
Is that your flex?
Yeah. Is that the way a Yorkshire tea?
My fitness. How did I get into fitness? Like again, I've always been a fit person. So like when I was younger, I used to cycle. I've danced like all my life. I've done like pole fitness, aerial fitness. But then I couldn't progress further with pole fitness and aerial fitness because of my injury, like more specifically in my leg. Pole fitness was overall illness for me, disability wise. I couldn't progress, but like aerial fitness, like I couldn't progress because of the injury in my leg. The nerve damage is basically too bad that I couldn't progress. So I was kind of like at a halt of like, I want to keep fit, but like how do I do it? So then I was like, I'm joining the gym.
Yeah, like when I first moved to Manchester, it was like because I were already part of my local gym where I'm from before in Yorkshire. But when I moved to Manchester, I joined the gym within a couple of weeks, just to get back into a routine because it was part of my normal routine. And Sophie joined at the time, but it weren't.
Basically, my physio told me to join a gym
Yeah.
to try and strengthen my leg, like with the nerve damage area.
Which we did. I feel like we did make some progress.
To a point, I was comfortable to then go back to doing the aerial fitness that I was talking about. But then I got into that point where I couldn't continue with the aerial fitness.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just felt to me to make sense to go back to the gym. But I'm currently doing it in a way that I'm doing it like I've never done it before. So to me, I currently feel fitter than I ever have. Like stamina is like a massive part of my life because of having a heart condition. So a lot of it is, like that keeping fit aspect and, like keeping my heart healthy alongside that.
Yeah, because obviously all part of your cardiovascular and making sure your stamina keeps up, and she knows her limits.
Yeah.
But of course she's still willing to push herself to go further if she can, and
Just if she, health and fitness.
If she doesn't work out that day, then she stops. But then obviously she'll go back and she'll try again. So. Yeah.
Next question. Do you ever want to not work out?
No, I think I'm in that much of a routine now where it's like discipline. It's like built into me now where I do it on a regular basis. I try and give myself the odd rest day because you do need the rest day as much as people online tell you not. The thing is, you're putting your body through a lot of strain when it comes, especially for lifting. If you're lifting, you're putting your body through a lot of strain. And I feel that, so I do need the odd rest day. But I feel like when we travel to Yorkshire and I don't go to the gym for the 2 days, I feel bad for not going to the gym for 2 days. But I do need that rest day.
Yeah. Like the amount of times you've told me off for not having a rest day.
Yeah, a single rest day is like absolute, like you need that. I feel like when I'm doing the 2 day rest days straight after each other, I feel a bit guilty on that.
Because then, like, what about holiday? Like, you need your rest, because it's like you're like injuring yourself, because you're pushing yourself to like an injury point where you know, like you feel injured. Say like you wake up the next day and you're like, I really went hard and like my legs ache, for example. It's like you're injuring yourself. You need that rest. You like that recuperation for your body to then get back at it and do it again. So you need that healthy balance with working out and rest.
Yeah.
And yeah, I used to be really bad for it. Kay's told me off, like, you're doing too much in a day, or have you had a rest day this week? And again, like, an important thing for me is like my limits. Again, like my heart, my leg, anything like hypermobility, I need my rest days. But the times that I don't want to work out is like a lack of motivation. So I'll be like, lay on the sofa, eat some cookies, and I'll be like, I need to work out today. And I'll be like, do I want to work out, or do I want to lay here, watch Netflix and eat cookies?
Yeah.
But it's one of those, got the dog.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Why wet?
Baby. Is
Has Gangan been spraying you? Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like, I need the motivation to be motivated. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's like, if I'm just lay there, I don't want to work
You can't
out.
stretch that way.
And
sorry.
like, once I stand up and get moving, I feel motivated to then move. So as I said, if I'm laid down, I don't really want to get up. But if I'm like up and moving, my body's gonna want to continue doing that. My mind's gonna then be like, you can continue to do that. It's basically finding the motivation to work out. And once I'm at that motivation point, yeah, there's nothing stopping me. As long as, you know, I'm fit and healthy and I'm not having like a flare up, then rest day. What do you do to stop your hair looking greasy?
I've got no hair, so this doesn't come to me. Like,
Well, I don't know if it's a beard question.
Like, if it's a beard question, your beard doesn't really get greasy. The thing is,
I didn't know that.
the thing is with my beard, it's more that it gets dry, because like your hair. So when it comes down to like women not having hair, I don't have that issue. But because when we're having the beard doesn't necessarily get greasy, it just gets dry. So I wash the beard about twice a week, as in with the product, and obviously I use oil for the skin underneath, because that gets quite dry, because obviously with the hair.
So the oil goes on the skin, and then what do you put on the beard? The shampoo and conditioner for the beard.
So the shampoo and conditioner goes onto the beard.
There's beard shampoo and conditioner, if
Yeah.
you're not aware, not just random.
So beard shampoo and conditioner. So that goes on twice a week, just to, you know, cleanse it, whatever else. After I'm out of the shower and after I've washed it with the shampoo and conditioner, I will then add on the oil for the skin underneath and massage that into there. Once that's done, I've then got the beard balm, which I put on again to moisturise the beard, the hair. What are you doing?
The dog's doing something under the bed. My hair, for example, is one of these things when it comes to greasy hair. The more you wash it, the greasier it gets. So like, if you're like prone to greasy hair, like you've got to try and put yourself into a cycle of like dragging out your days of not washing it, and it will be greasy at first, but again, you've got to like learn how to go longer without washing it. So like, my hair doesn't really get greasy, and a problem with like grease is like, if you're building up product on your scalp as well, it really comes from your scalp. But I have like a really dry scalp, so I'm more prone to not be greasy. I'm more prone to be dry rather than greasy, so I don't really have that problem of greasiness. But the next question is, do you struggle with ADHD?
Yes. Absolutely. It's undiagnosed. Like, I'm not saying I'm not self-diagnosing myself with ADHD, but I'm just saying that if I was to be diagnosed with ADHD,
No one would bat an eye.
no, it'd be like, all right, knew you had it anyway. But no, it's more to do with like
Symptomatic.
yeah. There's certain traits that I show where like I don't sit still, or Sophie could be talking and I'll go off and do something else while she's talking, or she'll ask me to, like, I'll be doing something and then I'll stop and then I'll forget what I'm doing. So it's just like my mind's just going into overdrive when all that happens.
It's kind of like you try and stack things on top of each other that you forget what the first thing was. Like you're one of those people who's like, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked by my phone, and then I'll go into this room to do what I was going to do originally, and now I'm in that room and I can't remember what it was that I wanted to do in the first place.
Yeah, and I've always been like that.
And you're a
That's-
fidgeter.
Yeah, I'm always messing. We were sat in a jeweller's, picking up as wedding rings, and you were wearing
My parka.
your parka coat, and it's got drawstrings like around the waist, and it was dangling. And while we're waiting, I'm messing about and I'm playing with it. And the woman's talking at this point. She's sorting some things out on the system, and I'm just there messing with this drawstring. And it's because I fidget. I do fidget. I can't help it.
I don't struggle with the ADHD. Mine's the OCD, so we're a pair. Next question is, have you seen a nutritionist? That's an interesting question.
No, I've never spoken to anybody about nutrition. I've never discussed like what I should and shouldn't be eating. It's just something that it's like trial and error for me, like on what I've done. I used to be really bad with my nutrition before. I wouldn't eat very well. I would just stick to a lot of processed foods, heavy sweet tooth, and I never drank. I didn't really drink much water either, or always fizzy drinks and things like that.
You are really healthy now in comparison to what you used to be like.
Comparing it now, when we go shopping now, we always pick up. We're always picking up some rice. Because we like for my meals at work, I'll have
Rice is a staple.
Yeah, like rice is just a good all around. I feel like that gets me my carbs that I need.
I feel like when we're like, what meal shall we make? We're like, okay, well, there's rice.
Yeah, and then from that we just then build on it. But then I'll always get myself like some chicken, some beef, and what?
Carry on.
Oh, I thought you looked at me as if I missed something. No, it's the chicken and the beef is usually my main thing. So the rice, the chicken, the beef. I like having rice with some like bit of veg in it. So whether that's some peas, some beans, sweet corn. I like it with a bit of chili, so a bit of spice. I'm not really a fan of plain rice unless like we're doing anything at home with it.
We're like a build your bowl kind of situation, don't we?
Yeah, we've started eating a lot more noodles recently.
What have we got in at the moment? Are they buckwheat?
It's the buckwheat noodles. So the other day I made some crispy tofu with and then cooked that with some teriyaki sauce, and then added it to some buckwheat noodles, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I have Greek yogurt in the morning. I have a banana in the morning, and I have some granola. I like my fruit granola, but I get I get granola and Greek yogurt in the morning with not interested. I have a coffee in the morning. Then I have my dinner, which is usually some rice and some form of like a protein, like beef or some chicken. And then about 2 o'clock, I'll have my shake that I take to work. And then in the middle of all this, I've got a bottle that I fill up at work, so I'm drinking water throughout the day. I go to the gym. And then when we get home, we'll cook on whatever we're going to have for his tea. and I feel like I've that's been my routine for at least the past 2 months, 3 months, and I've really made a difference in regards to like my health, just in that short space of time.
I have had a nutritionist. I am an IBS lady, so I have needed that to figure things out. What?
This reminds me of that t-shirt that I saw earlier. IBS stands for I be shitting.
I'm not walking around wearing that.
No.
So yeah, I had to basically eliminate dairy from my diet, like through my nutritionist. Eliminate as much gluten as possible, but like when there's like bread and pasta and stuff like, I mean, I eat a lot of like gluten-free pasta. I eat a lot of gluten-free anything. If I have the option, I will go gluten-free, but it's because like the gluten swells me. The dairy does unspeakable things to me. So basically it's just like those that I've had to cut out, like mostly. There's a few other things that like swell me, but like again, not as bad as the gluten in comparison to swelling. Again, this has all been discovered through having a nutritionist. So I'm not like one of those, like I'm not like following a trend or a fad or anything, like being plant-based and stuff, but because I was originally a vegetarian, going like vegan or plant-based is an easier thing to say than trying to explain like I'm a vegetarian with allergies to all these kind of things. So it's easier to say like vegan and plant-based because that's basically the diet that I'm on. We have one more question.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
In general?
Just a random question, I guess.
How are you feeling? If you're talking like overall, I'd say I'm quite content with everything that's going off at the moment. I'm quite busy in regards to with work. I'm currently studying a course at work as well, so just some extra stuff that I'm taking on. I've got a regular routine with the gym, and like I said, I'm eating quite well, so I've got no issues personally in regards to in general. I have my little moments, like my little moods, but that's just mainly due to like a lot of things that had happened in my life recently. But other than that,
I'm generally on my gym hype recently, like to the point that like I have actually been given friends routines.
yeah.
Because there has been a couple of moments where, let's just say, I've been quite dead after a certain routine.
Mm-hmm.
So then a friend will be like, tell me what you did. So I've actually like been giving out my routines of what has been knocking my body dead. So yeah, I'm on my gym hype lately and really enjoying it. And having like suffered from an eating disorder when I was younger, I feel like my connection with food at the moment has never been healthier. So all this like obviously is making my body feel good, like connecting mentally. That's all feeling good lately. Yeah, best place than I ever feel I've been with it. So overall, that's my answer. But at the moment, we're actually enjoying a warm day.
Yeah, to say that summer's practically over.
Yeah, and
we do have a doggy.
say bye, Lulu.
Hello.
Say bye.
I'm gonna say bye.
Say bye. Bye.